Alright guys, so we're in Oregon today, and check this out. Look at that view. Freaking mountains. I've never seen one of this. Besides the time I went to Colorado, but that was small compared to that one. But, check out what we're driving. This is a 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Mustang Mach-E. If I pop the trunk here with the little button that's hidden under there, click that boy, and it opens. To close it, click that button there. All my camera equipment. To open the door, you simply click this, and your door opens. So, excuse the mess. It is a little messy in here. Not really. Well, yeah, a little bit. Could have had food. But anyway, this is the interior of the Mach-E. Pretty simple, but it is very comfortable. And that's crazy. When I thought of Ford, I was thinking this thing was going to be very unpleasant to drive. But this is actually turning out to be one of my favorite electric vehicles, which is crazy. So the Mustang Mach-E just came out this year, so it's Ford's premium EV, right? So driving this has been actually really cool. Have some pretty cool settings in this car, which is crazy. Actually, let's start with this whisper mode, because this is the most boring. But whispered mode is like an eco mode if you're in a BMW, so it's a very non-aggressive, very easy to drive mode. Then you have your engage, which is a little bit more of a sporty ride. It's precise, very precise, but once you go to unbridled, I guess that's what that is. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so once you go to that one, you click it, and holy crap, it starts making noises. Like, they have speakers in the car that makes it sound like it's fast, right? It sounds like you get the kind of this V8 grunt, which is super, I don't know, it just surprised me to hear a electric vehicle make noises, and that was insane. If we look back here, you have 5 seats, of course. And they're actually pretty usable. Like, my i3 has these rear seats as well, but, you know, I probably couldn't use those. I would get out of the car again to show you something else, but there's a bee that's really trying to get me, and it's been trying to get me for the last few minutes, so I'm not even gonna... I'll go somewhere else before I get out. Your power button's there to start the car. Alright, so now you're asking, Will, how is it to drive this Mach-E? And this thing is freaking awesome. I can't explain it. It's, I didn't expect it to be as good as it is, and it might not be that good, but I just wasn't expecting it to be good, and it's actually pretty good. So let's put this boy in drive. You get a great amount of power from this electric engine, and it just goes. Let me see here. Just a beautiful scenery too, which is making the drive even better. But this car just hugs, and I can't really go too hard because this is like a is it a residential thing? Maybe should I click the button? Nope, send it. Like, you can get in it in this car. I wasn't even really pushing it down. My i3 would be pushing it down, and it's, I don't know, it wouldn't give you this much. Something about this holding the road and making sounds while it's doing it is really making me happy. When it comes to cars, you have to have a little bit of fun, and Ford gave us the opportunity to have fun in this Mach-E. So, like, what can I say? This thing is pretty cool. The tires are pretty wide for what it is, And I think that's what I love so much about this car, is it reminds me of a supercar. Just from the, actually, and BMW too, it reminds me of a BMW. I love the steering wheel here. It's wrapped in this nice, just this nice leather wrap. I think it's would be called Napa or some kind of leather like that. I forgot what BMW calls it. But it's just a really, really soft leather. Feels so good in the hand. The steering wheel is nice and thick, so it's bolstered. You can take corners, you can get into it, snug up, and just really get in there. Like, oh, this corner keeps going. I like that. Like, you can really throw this car around. I tried to shut the trunk, or the frunk, and it wasn't having that. I shut it, and it would not latch. So I had to get on the forums and figure out why this trunk was not latching. And it turns out that this is a very common problem for this car. And it's not really a problem, it's like a design thing, which, you know, you kind of got to put some effort into closing the front, which is kind of weird to me. But anyway, it does its job. Oh, this is a good corner. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm pushing this little Ford Escape in front of me. I should tell him sorry. I didn't want to push him like that. My bad, Playboy. I'm just having fun. But yeah, the trunk, it's a common, or the front, it's a common issue. But you have to, if you want to shut the front, you have to shut it with both hands. If you don't, it's not going to work. You're going to be trying to shut the trunk for like, or the front, I keep saying trunk, and my car has a front as well. I don't know why I'm saying trunk. But you keep shutting the front, and it's not going to work for you. You have to actually push down on the corners, or somebody else is saying push down in the middle where the latch is. So on a normal car, you know, you push down in the middle, it's like a Porsche or something. You don't exactly have to push down on the latch to get it to go down. With the Mach-E, you do. You really have to be mindful of that latch. And that is something that's really weird because I'm not used to that. So I spent probably 10 minutes trying to shut the front of this car. Then I looked it up online, and then I finally got it shut by using the one-hand method. Wow, this car feels great. It makes me kind of question the i3 just a little bit. I know the i3 is more of a city car, and this is like a freaking almost 300, no, it's like 200 and something miles per charge. My i3 is only 140. This one's a lot quicker. My i3 is decently quick, like it'll beat pretty much anything off the line, which is awesome for that little car. But this Mach-E, it does it with flair. I've had people like literally park next to this car and take pictures with it. I don't know if that's because these cars are still so new, or maybe these cars are just really that cool. And I don't know. That's a cool experience. You know, people pull up to the car and like, hey, let me take a picture of it. I'm like, oh, really nice car, or whatever, stuff like that. Literally, I'm driving down the road, and this lady, like, she's in the passenger seat of a car, and she leans out. She's like, hey, nice car. Of course I have my windows open because I'm just vibing. I love this car. And like, she's like, hey, nice car, blah, 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 blah. And then I had people ask me questions about it and all this fun stuff. I'm having a little bit of range anxiety because I had to travel like 200 miles to Portland from Redmond, which is like, they're 200 miles away from each other. About. So that was a little worrisome, but we did make it with 20 miles of charge left to go, which, you know, it's fine. And I couldn't, you know, drive it like I wanted to, because if you run out of charge in a random place in the middle of nowhere, you're kind of screwed, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd be screwed. And that's not something that I wanted to deal with. I don't want to be screwed. Oh, this is the corner right here. Oh yeah, boy, let's get in there. Let's get in there. These cars just make me happy. Like, electric cars make me happy. Actually, all cars make me happy. But this one does it differently. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because, I don't know. This is just such a fun car. And, oh man, this view is just freaking awesome. Let me grab my camera, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking at right now. just so you can see, because this is, oh wait, I didn't fix it, but it's cool. I guess I don't have to color grade this footage, which is decent, I guess. Yep, so that's what that looks like. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Like, look how high that mountain is, dude. What is that? Where does that go? Oh. Oh, never mind, it's a truck runaway ramp, so if they're going too fast, they can stop there. But guys, like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, there's lots of trees. And that dude's taking pictures too. He knows what's up. Like, these trees, they don't even look like trees. They look like better trees than Houston trees. I shouldn't be holding this camera while I'm driving, but this is so breathtaking and I want to remember this moment. Actually, I'll do it again next year. I'll do it again next year. Turn that off. I will do it again next year. This is those video games that you play and you're like, you put the fan in front of your face to make it feel realistic, but now you're actually doing it. And that's why I love to travel. I love to meet new people and things like that, because, you know, the experience that you gain from them and the things that, you know, they learn from you and you learn from them, it's awesome. And you can do things like this, like driving in freaking Oregon. I thought this was going to be a flat state with nothing like but rows of corn and stuff, but no, there's like not corn and like trees and mountains, and there's snow on the mountains. Like, we don't have that in Houston. If I look for a mountain in Houston, like, it's literally just going to be I don't know, maybe a pile of dirt. Like, that's what mountains are in Houston. And this car also has a self-driving feature, which, like, it's pretty decent, but I wouldn't rely on it too much. Even, you know, the BMW has a feature similar, which it works pretty well, but I don't trust cars. I don't trust them. You know, for a little assistance when I have my hand on the wheel, of course, it's pretty cool. You know, but sometimes I've experienced where you're driving the car and let's say the roads, like they just painted the roads or something, or they've taken up striping from the road. Sometimes the car reads that the striping is there and it will actually try to pull you to where the road used to be. So that's one thing to keep in mind with when you're driving any kind of vehicle that has a self-driving system in it, because if you are not ready for it to pull you off the road, you know, it's not going to end good for you, big fella. It's not going to end good for you. But anyway, back to the Mach-E. This thing, I don't know. I really want to give it some gas, but I have 78 miles of range left. So that means that, I said gas, I really want to give it some throttle, some pedal, some electricity. Okay, so listen to the sound this makes. I think I have a little bit of charge, enough to make it where I need to make it. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit it so you can hear what it sounds like, because I love the sound. Ready, set, go. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a cop behind me, but it kind of looks like a cop. I don't even want to find out. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'm being irresponsible. There's a corner. Oh, that's deep too. Ford isn't going to put the Mustang badge on anything that's boring to drive. Mustangs are all pretty fun. I haven't driven the inline-4 Mustang, the EcoBoost Mustang, whatever that thing does. I don't know. But I can tell you that this right here, this is totally the best Mustang I have been in. And I've been in like a few. But no, this thing is insanely cool. It's ergonomic, it's comfortable, And it does everything that a Mustang's not supposed to do, but it does it so well you really don't care. This just feels right. The seats are nice and bolstered. A thing that would be cool is if they did have like adjustable bolsters for like people that are a little bit skinnier, because that would be awesome. Like I can kind of wiggle around. But that's the only thing this car is really missing. Everything else is done so well. There's features in this car that I definitely wasn't expecting to see in this car. For one, the door handle, you literally walk up to it and there's a button, you click it and the door opens for you. That's something that you see like with the soft closed BMW. Actually no, BMW doesn't even do that. They have a soft close, right, where you like push it down and close the door for you. But the Mach-E, actually you click the button and it opens the door for you. And you don't see that until you get on the really premium cars. And I can literally beat anything off the line right now if I wanted to. So 3, 2, 1, go. Like, that's how quick this freaking car is. Like, it's freaking insane. I'm having too much fun. I really need to stop driving it like this and take it to the charging station, because I need to return it with a certain amount of charge. That way they don't charge my card. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well. That way they don't. Oh, there's a Starbucks. There's a Starbucks. I just want to have fun, man. There's traffic now, but I can merge so easily. That's what I love about this car too. Somebody pull up, I'm just like, yeet! Just like that. And it's so simple. So simple.